marriage and we're talking about a healthy marriage. I've been in an unhealthy marriage and now I'm in a very spiritually healthy marriage that there's so many other benefits that have come out of it.
Make sure that you subscribe, like, share, and ring the bell so you get more notifications.
So going back to the analogy, when we talk about a child as an example. So yeah, well, everybody want a baby, but a lot of people don't want kids. It's a big difference. It's the same thing with a marriage. When these two people come together, when you come together physically, okay, through your whatever, the touch, through intimacy, through kissing and all of that, that is the physiology and the biology coming together as one. But then there's this soul connection that also comes that I think that is a part of marriage as well, that has to be nurtured. I really do believe that a marriage is a being. A marriage is a person. And if you take this child, when that child comes into the world, it has to be fed. It has to be loved. It has to be nurtured. You talk to your child. As the children get older, then you start educating the child. You clothe the child. You spend quality time with the child. And then that child gets older and they're becoming a teenager. And there's other things that particular teen needs. And so then as the teenager gets older and then they become a young adult. And there's a reason behind it. I was once my mother's child, but now I'm my own self. I'm an individual now that the gifts and the talents that God is trying to express through me benefits me, it benefits you, and it benefits the whole world. That to me is one of the special anointings that's a part of marriage. That's why I think that marriage is necessary.
You can sell and get anybody to get married, because I was not trying to get married. I had made my peace with God, so I'm like, all right, I'm good. God loves me.
We good.
We got a relationship.
Yeah, I mean,
so I'm not about to go to hell just because we live together. No. You know, I was good, but the way you talked about the whole spiritual and evolving and us coming together and growing made me want to marry you. But you had that revelation before we got married. You were already there. Now, what I would say in agreement with you is that I felt like after we got married that more blessings, even, I mean, we were blessed, but even more blessings and bigger benefits and things happened. Now, I don't know if it's because of, you know, some white man who married us. What happened to him? The marriage guy, you know, who married us on the beach. Right. I don't know if it was that.
That was such a good night.
The honeymoon.
That was a good. That was good too.
But I do think that there was some type of evolving and some type of growth that we experienced.
And you're right. One of the reasons why I truly believe that I attracted you is because I came to a point in my life where I was done. I was tired of a lot of foolishness. I was tired of lascivious behaviors and tired of, you know, running around and doing all these old kind of crazy things. And I wanted to be a better person. I needed to be a better person. And I really do believe that because that was my desire, that was the desire of my heart, that God brought you into my life. And I truly believe that you are my soulmate. Now, some people would think, okay, is a soulmate real? Which, I mean, that's another great topic. But I do, it wasn't until I met you, because I've heard, you know, people would say, you're my soulmate, Anthony, blah, blah, blah. And I never felt that way. It wasn't until I met you that I actually believed that you were my soulmate. Meaning that you came into my life to help me to evolve into my absolute best self.
Where would we be now if we did not get married? We did not have the wedding on the beach. You know, we did not get this in writing. If I did not have your last name,
I like
which I love to have.
Shira Nicole Smith.
But if we didn't, would it be a problem? I mean, Oprah's not married. I don't think she's trying to get married. And her and Stephen been together for so long. Now I don't know what's going on in the household.
Okay.
But Oprah looked blessed.
Well,
she looked happy. She looked like she didn't evolve. Oprah looked good. So, you know, I don't look down on someone if they decide not to get married. We have friends that's been married 20-something years.
Right.
And then we have friends who are not married, and we keep forgetting that they're not married because they're living and operating as husband and wife.
True.
Do I look at one as like, oh, she's a wife, so she have higher standing or more benefit than someone who doesn't have the ring? Doesn't make a difference to me.
Well, not in that particular sense. I mean, if you take, there's 7.3 billion people on the planet right now. How many Oprahs are there? So we can't necessarily look at, someone's financial net worth or material things to suggest that they are even blessed. Because I think a blessing is whatever amounts to making you feel your best. So it doesn't make a difference if you got a job and you were looking for a job making $50,000 a year, or you were looking for a job making $50 million a year. If that's what you were looking for, then you're blessed. So I can't necessarily say because of Oprah's wealth and her status that she's more blessed than a married person.
Yeah, but I'm not talking about Oprah. And we have friends now that are not married, but they're operating as they're married. And I don't look at those friends any differently than I look at my friends that's been married for 20 years.
Correct.
Like, that's what I'm talking about right
Correct.
now.
So that's why I'm going back to what I was saying, that for me, I think that my first statement was, is marriage necessary to live happily ever after? No. I think there are a lot of people that cohabitate and shack up or whatever the case that are doing phenomenal.
Oh, shack up.
I mean, hey,
that sounds like a bad word, shack up.
That's what my grandmama told me. Hey, you don't be doing no shacking.
Shacking up, yeah.
The old school. So I think that, you can live and you can be rather successful unmarried or dating or just being in a relationship with someone that you connect with, that you may even dub as your soulmate. For me, one of the reasons why I wanted to be married to you is because I knew, in particular, in our relationship, I didn't necessarily know what it would be, but I just felt in my heart of hearts that there was going to be even greater blessing. And I can say and attribute much of who I am today because of who you are and because of who you've been to me. I don't know necessarily if she would have been this person if she was not my wife anymore. I mean, you were. You've gotten so much better even over the years. You were perfect for me even then. I didn't know that. I feel that I'm a much better person. So for me, marriage was necessary. You're so cute.
You're so sweet. Oh my God.
I hope the feeling is mutual.
It is. It's so mutual. And honestly, as great as everything has been and how much I love my rings. I get compliments on it all the time still. As much as I love being married to you, I think that you will still be just as good to me. I think that we will still be having so much fun. I think everything that we have accomplished, and we have a lot of accomplishments that does not have anything to do with finances.
Right.
But I'm not going to deny that finances are nice.
Oh my Lord.
I'm going to let the universe know right now that I do appreciate and like finances.
She does.
And I will accept them, in our way because, okay, right. Whatever you can do to
meditate.
Okay, true. The love of money.
Okay. Oh, they said, I'll tell you what, the hardest job I ever had was being broke. Ain't no worse feeling than wanting to do something for the person that you love and you don't have no money to be able to do it. I mean, that is whether it's your spouse, whether it's a child or your parent or anybody, your church, money has a very, very important role in our lives. And I think that we definitely, as spiritual or religious people, need to quit pretending like money does not have a massive value.
That's all I'm saying. And when I had issues with money, it wasn't flowing as much as me not having issues with money. Actually, that's the same with a lot of stuff. You know? Like when people, they have issues with the devil always messes with them. And when you just don't have issues anymore, ignore it, don't pay attention to it, devil don't come around as much. What devil at? I don't know. I don't know. No, but I'm not going to say his name 3 times. Okay? I'm not going to take a risk on that. But I'm just saying that a lot of times you won't have the issues if you let go of some type of hang-ups or some type of thoughts that you may have, like shacking up.
Yes.
Don't have issues.
No, I had a hang-up with that.
It worked very well for us. especially
Right.
living in California.
Oh my Lord!
Sometimes you just-
It's a very, very expensive lifestyle out here. It take two incomes sometimes. It really does. But going back, just as a recap, like I said, I don't think that is necessary. The actual marriage license, and I would never advise anyone to, just because you're with someone and you've been together for 3, 4, 5, 10 years and you all have not gotten married, that you should stick around just in hoping that this particular person, man or woman, is going to marry you. Because that person, especially a man, if that man has zero desires to marry you, men know. Just like y'all know, when you meet a guy and he's someone that you would take home, you know instantly if this is some particular guy that you would take home and sleep with. We know instantly, yes, women do. Y'all talk about us, yes. We know instantly as well if you're someone that we would desire to be married to. It don't take no 5, 10 years of shacking to know whether or not you want to be married to this particular woman. So this guy got you hanging on a leash, just get out of there and go on. And this way you could attract someone where you can evolve into your absolute best self. What is that? I have no clue for you. I just know for me that I'm continuing to evolve, and I will attribute that specifically to 12/13/14, December 13, 2014, when my baby said I do.
We gotta have an anniversary show.
Ah, I like that. Where you want to go?
Couple of months.
Show,
anniversary show.
I know, but
I didn't say it had to be a trip.
But we can.
Oh my God.
We take a lot of trips anyway.
I know.
We can film it on location.
Oh, yeah.
So y'all chime in and tell us what y'all want Ant and Shira to film from our anniversary show.
To wrap this up, it seems like we're both saying the same thing. Is marriage necessary? No, it's not necessary. But there are a lot of benefits if both individual people are in a mental place of knowing how to respect the marriage, knowing how to love and cherish and grow as a couple, then having that formality. And also, I don't think we mentioned how it appears to other people.
That's where I was going. Yes, mm-hmm. That was the point that I was making about the child, the reference to raising your child. As parents, it's always our desire to raise our child to be productive members of society, not just for us to be able to look out at our children and be proud of them, but for our children to be their absolute best self, and the rest of the world will benefit from all of the gifts and the talents and all of the things that this child is going to bring forth. For people that will know this child and for people that don't know this child. You've been a teacher for 19 years now, and you've taught thousands of students. And I can guarantee you 19 years ago that you said something to a particular student that even today that continues to resonate with them, and you have no clue. And what you said to that student said to someone else, and they said it to someone else, and it was a domino effect. And that's how I look at marriage. That's how I look at a good marriage. I mean, we've all seen bad marriages. We all know I've been in a bad marriage, and I've witnessed a ton of bad marriages. And that, even a bad marriage, has a profound effect on society. So yes, you definitely want to be in a really good marriage, because nurturing it, loving that child, dating each other, respecting one another, spending time with one another, so that the rest of the world is inspired by the gifts that God is trying to express between the two of you.
Okay, so I think I get it. So you're saying that marriage is a baby.
Yes.
Is that why I call you baby?
That's why you're my baby. You're my boo.
You're my baby.
And you nurture that baby, and you love on that baby, and you kiss that baby, and you just do everything with that baby.
I get your analogy.
Yes.
All right, so there you have it. Is marriage necessary? No. Is there a lot of benefits? Yes. If you get married, great. If you don't, great. Make sure that you subscribe to our channel. Make sure that you thumbs up this video and share it. And Shira.
Keep smiling.